Greetings, salutations, and welcome to today's video. As you can see, we have hit rank 7 legend. I am proud to announce that the Verminator deck, that is our archer deck, has done very well and was extremely efficient at leveling us up. War Spooters, they're good. That's not what we're doing today. Today we are going to go ahead and try to film an arena run. What we're going to do is I'm going to talk us through what our early picks are, why we're taking them, and then highlight a couple games as we go through. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Welcome to the arena, where we promise vicious combat and refreshments.
The order I like to pick things in is yellow, red, purple. I don't have yellow available to me. I do have red, but red, purple to me is probably the best.
The warrior!
Yep, let's go for it. I want 2 drops and failed to select class. Well, is it going to be one of those days, is it? There we go. Alright, grab a couple nice 2 drops here. Card draw, these are all really good. It's not often that a common is 3 really good cards. Let's grab a rapid shot for some card draw. Never draft Tree Minder. Carry on. Single copy of Skeevers. I had one where I managed to draft... How many? I think I drafted like 3 copies of Skeevers. 4 copies of Skeevers. During one of the ones we did while we were live streaming. Let's intentionally try to draft red. Sharpshooter's really good against aggro matchups. Grab Battle Axe so we start picking up some items. Skirmisher's Elixir. We're forced into purple. Grab a Templar for health gain. I don't have a ton of items, so I don't want to draft a second one of those. What do I have for orcs? Just 1 at the moment. Let's get Brattle Raid instead of Banker Eye Butcher. Scimitar is one of the stronger items. I don't have Silence yet, but I could draft a second copy of Skeevers. Let's get the Silence, because that allows us to deal with Drain and Guard. Okay. Greedy. Really greedy, and yes, Orb is greedier than Iron. We're going to go with Wood Orc Headhunter. Greystone, Orc and Texans and Prophecy. We're going to miss here regardless, in terms of our ally. Let's grab the... What's our curve? Let's grab the drag us some late game possible card draw. Again, no red. We'll grab the Orc. Again, no red. We'll grab Guardian this time. All right, there went red. We're not doing a red draft. I do have a lot of orcs, but I think Hersing gives us better late game value. 3 really crappy cards. His Speaker at least is better than Tree Minder. I don't run a lot of greedy things though. I'm gonna go with the Dark Harvester because if I get Guard, I'm gonna want the health gain. I have Elixir. Let's draft Rage. Red Orc. How badly do I want to keep drafting red? Bad enough to draft Fireball? No. I think I'm going with the Elite because I don't really need the ramp. Oh, we're going to grab another Skaven. Well, Guard Orc. We don't have a ton of 5 drops. Grab Guard Orc. Second copy of Rage. Another copy of Guard Orc. And we'll draft a Suppress. Alright, so we've got a okay draft. Fair bit of 2 drops. Orc synergies. Kinda.
Another combatant, another battle!
We've got 2 silences to deal with Drain. Otherwise, we're just trying to big boys and just keep playing bigger boys until we win. Skeevers then is going to be a mistake in our draft, because we didn't end up being able to draft Control. How much red do we have? Well, how much non-red do we have? Because we have 30 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we've got a 66% chance of triggering 0.66 repeating. Triggering Mighty Ally. And if I'm able to, while we're doing Mulligan, keep a couple purple cards, that'll increase our chance. Like, I think if I get a 2 or a 3 drop purple, I keep it.
Welcome back to the arena, your hero, the Grand champion!
Woot, woot, woot. Alright, we're going first. I gotta get a 2-drop. So despite the fact that those are not red... Oh, there we go. There we go. I mean, Henchman's not the best early play. It's actually genuinely terrible early play. But I might be able to get a trade with it.
I stand with weapons ready.
Cool, your lane. Good talk. I don't have an item, so I'm gonna hold the horseman in hand. I've got rapid shot to try to get a trade if needed.
The waters of life.
Don't draft frickin' Tree Minder.
The battle shall be ours. War and glory.
Slithers take you.
I mean, sure, you got some ramp.
The waters.
You drafted 2 Tree Minders? I can't lose this game. I am not permitted to lose this game.
Die, smooth skin.
Band together, orcs. I ride like the wind.
I am not permitted to lose a game versus double Tree Minder.
Report.
Your orders.
By all the powers of the Eight.
Cool story. How do I want to handle this? I'm gonna nuke that regenerate. I think I'm gonna rapid shot. Trade.
This won't take long.
Take the bump there.
Charge!
Into a prophecy.
The living have no place here.
Die, smooth skin.
I smell fresh meat.
I'm still playing that out in the field, trying to protect henchmen.
You must pay to pass.
Into the breach.
Alright, we're gonna double trade here. I gotta make sure he doesn't get that draw.
You can't win.
Mud and mayhem.
Next turn I have 7. I'm gonna put out the lethal, because he's got Cinch Tiger he could play, or other high health guards, and the lethal helps us get around those.
I hear and obey.
Plus side, now if he gets a prophecy, I frickin' get paid.
Death to dry skin. My claws are sharp and thirsty.
I hear and obey.
You gonna guard that up? No?
I will have your moisture.
Face me and die.
Who's causing trouble?
So I'm gonna go ahead and pivot to Shadow Lane, so I'm threatening lethal in both lanes. He can give a single guard, but I can give breakthrough. So even if he guards up this guy, I give breakthrough to one of my orcs, and then I bump breakthrough lethal.
Die, eggless one.
Are we just gonna play a Marak? Call it a game? Urist just jumped and ran. You're a silly kitty. Six, 10, that's 3 damage breakthrough. Oh, and now I can do it without any of my creatures dying.
I stand to serve.
Alright, order was a little off there, but, doesn't really matter.
Time to die.
Moloch, guide me.
Elixir actually has a lot of really good, powerful things it can do in Arena. You're getting a total of +6 and breakthrough on up to 3 creatures for, what is it, a 3 or a 4 cost? I don't remember.
A dramatic victory!
I need to check. I am still not at my full mental capacity. It's 4. Still worth it.
The challenger is ready for another battle.
Still recovering from being sick. It's still got a lingering cough. Still sleeping so much. But, hey, we're getting healthy. We're gonna make it through it. We didn't see Rage that last game. We didn't need to see Rage, but Elixir's also really good for comboing Rage. It's like multiple improvised weapons, except it's +2 attack instead of +1. And both had the breakthrough. Alright, I'll see you guys in game. Alright, here we go. I hear a cat dragging his toy across the floor.
Lower the gates!
At least I hope it's his toy he's dragging. Sorcerer. So we want to see if we can find a Skaven to deal with the wards. Zoom! Alright, I said we're going to keep the 3 cost purple, and I'm going to hold to that. Alright. 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop.
I smell fresh meat.
Guardian will also net us some value if we start hitting prophecies. Oh.
I'll cripple you. Killing you will make it excellent.
Just in case he can ward crafter it, I'm pivoting over to Shadow. I can pivot backfield with Templar next turn if I need to.
By the firstborn.
I'm gonna go this route, because this trades with the Slaughterfish. I need to make a Slaughterfish spawning deck.
I fly like the wind and the shadows protect me.
Alright, let's just, no. And just drop a bigger boy.
I'll defeat them all.
So we could have silenced this, but I think I'm just gonna have to take that risk. He had 2 soul splits. Okay. Let's hope for a low roll.
Are you in kind for this? Let's do this.
That's a low roll. It is the lowest of low rolls.
You'll die where you stand.
If I guard up with you, it eats 2 creatures, but then that's the only thing I'm playing. Or I could play out Gristlehide and we'll guard up next turn. Just try to net us some card draw. Double soul split's a little hard to counter.
Attack.
We will seize our own fate.
That's also a problem.
By Yashnog's axe, I'll defy Yashnog's mighty axe.
Alright, so we've got Rage. What are we going to do about that?
Talos.
Honestly, probably Rage trade with this lane entirely. Well, then I pulled up a Bone Bow. So hear this out. Bone Bow on you, silence you, trade. Then there's no reason to have silenced you, we silence you. That gives +1 health, +4 attack. So I could actually do this. Take the bump here. And you're gonna silence the breakthrough off that guy.
Your time has come.
We're gonna take the bump here. Of course, we had a prophecy.
This may prove useful.
Attack!
Picked up a second rage. Gonna...
They will perish in flame.
The battle shall be ours.
War and glory.
Skaven battle rage. I don't really care that he gets the health. We just need to stabilize.
Puny runt. Talos. You won't escape alive.
We will seize our
Yep, nope,
own
I'm raging. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna play rage in that lane.
You have met your end.
Fire of Alduin.
I'll kill you where you stand.
By the hist.
Cycle skeevers, just start getting them in deck.
Nice try. Care to go again?
Fire of Alduin.
4, 12, 7. So we do 6, 12, plus 5, 17 damage. That's right, right? 6, 12, plus 5 is 17. Oh, but he heals for... Well, no, because our kill comes into effect first.
will return.
There we go. That was a little hairier than the first game, but worked out in the end.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
we have...
Oh, straight into game. I was getting ready to be like, alright, let's get ready to relax and chill in queue. Enjoy the breeze wafting off the windows, just kind of fresh air flowing into the house, driving the cats literally insane. Alright, Scout, known for its lethals and big boys. Silence is only useful if I have a creature to play it on. And so I need to make sure I can find early creatures. For all the effort we went through to make sure Mighty Ally was playable, haven't found him once. Maybe we get lucky and this guy drafted Treeminder.
I ride like the wind.
The first creature is a sacrificial creature to the lethal gods.
By seed and speed.
Or apparently he's got that. Still better than Treeminder, and I mean, I can't give him crap because we almost drafted it.
Ifra, stand with me.
Alright, get the value trade.
Death take you.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna suppress that and trade over it. He might have a curse effect for that, but a wound effect.
I will not waste words on one so ugly.
We'll use Heavy Battle Axe there. Because it gives the +1 health.
I am defeated. This is yours now.
Save Sharpshooter Scout as a tech removal, if in the off chance he plays a 1 health creature. Not super likely, is possible.
My Arcase beard. This day will be mine.
Alright, let's go ahead and commit to this lane.
Face me and die. I'm ready for anything.
My order there was off, but that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and send this face. Long as one of those orcs survives, I have a wood orc headhunter that comes down next turn as our legendary draft. Alright, that orc's likely living. In which case, I just need to connect for one.
Who's causing trouble?
And we're going to do that, just that. We're going to do that first, because he can't get a prophecy that kills both of them.
They will pay the blood price. Scorch stump it.
There we go. Nice, quick, easy win. We didn't lose, and he didn't draft Treeminder, so at least he didn't draft incorrectly. We've got a good 3-0 going, so we've hit break even.
Another combatant, another battle.
Everything from here on out is just strictly profit. And I do like profit. Profit's how we build our collection. It's also what happens when you get 5 prophecies in a game. Or, technically, each rune generates a prophecy, because you could use Fate Weaver to generate prophecies, but that doesn't count toward the profit. So, I digress. See you in game. Oh, we're in game. Aha! I need to say that more often. Like, every time I begin to despair, the game goes, send him in. He's getting comfortable.
Let the games begin.
Monk. So the big problem with Monk is that it runs yellow, and yellow is a pain in the arse for aggro to deal with. Guards? Check. More guards? Even more check. Annoying pilfer creatures? Also check. Also, I don't know. Have we had the ring? I seem to think we've been playing off the ring, at least for most of the games. I'll trust Skaven to clear that.
Like the wind.
If I'm trying to get him to commit more creatures to the lane, that's just all it is. Like a 2-drop creature, I can ping Skaven.
This is interesting.
Alright, children, you're having too much fun now. 2 executes is not acceptable.
Let's heat things up.
Looks like we're going to be aiming for an Elixir Rage. But it does mean I need to take Drain off the board.
What have we here? Clear your mind and reflect your flaws.
Hey, there's Ally.
Met your end.
I don't actually want you at the moment.
There is always a blood price.
Go ahead and give him something to Javelin. Really would like to pick up a cheap creature that I could combo with Elite or Ally next turn. He drafted 3 executes. That's freaking glorious. Ah, who hurt you? Who hurt you that you drafted all of the drains?
The battle shall be ours. War and glory.
The day shall be ours.
Alright, we hit the 33% miss.
For the Emperor.
Alright, you get my guard. Or my charge. Not really caring which, because we're going to Elixir next turn. Ah, that was your legendary pool. Can I get a 3-drop to contest here? That'll do. Okay, hear me out. He's not going to play to field lane.
War and glory.
So we're going to set up a Rage over here. Across 2 turns. So we've got Elixir and then we Elixir again. Alright, well now I don't need to Elixir.
The Sovereign Guard with you.
I'll cripple you.
waters.
I'm gonna go face.
Kind speed.
Death
Let's
to
split
dry
some
skins.
skulls.
Oof.
I smell fresh meat.
Should have guessed he was running Ransack. It's prophecy health gain. The goal is to give him a lot of creatures so that he plays out a lot of creatures so that my rage is effective.
Let's go then. My time is precious.
Hold the line.
How can I serve?
Alright, we hit for 3, we hit for 6, that drops him to 11. I buff to 6. So it's not going to be straight lethal.
Death to dry skins.
The silent guard with you.
It's going to be a pretty good hit, though. It's going to be lethal if I'm able to attack afterwards, which isn't a guarantee, given the amount of prophecies he's running.
They make it too easy.
Alright, we got him. Good old Smorkork Rage. Well, nice of him to put that token out. Really was. Solid dude, our opponent. 4 wins, 0 losses.
We have another brave warrior awaiting a challenge.
I was gonna look at cards I don't think I've seen, and I don't think we've seen Scimitar. That's as far as I got.
Let the carnage commence!
Mage, it's yellow, but at least it's handicapped by playing blue. Blue, I think the weakest color in all of Draft at the moment. I like this. If he's tokens, we've got Skaven, we've got Greystone Ravager, ×2, and I've got Suppress if he's got one of those annoying ward creatures. Looking at you, Breton Conjurer. Looking at you. Again, we don't have Ring.
Killing you will make an excellent
I don't think we've had it yet. I genuinely don't.
Your destruction is at hand.
By the first form.
We're gonna take a risk here.
Shall be ours. You're going down.
I don't want to suppress that. Never punished. The reason I don't want to suppress it is there's going to be much higher value suppressed targets in
This
yellow.
might be handy.
Dang it. Why do my creatures all have 1 hit point in that lane? Well, why does my important creature have 1 hit point in that lane? Makes Skaven really hard to play.
Watch yourself now.
Meet your death. You can't win.
I'm gonna go ahead and Skeevers, because Skeevers lets me set up a trade in that lane, and it cycles more Skeevers into the deck. We're starting ahead. He's not likely to have a bunch of Drain. I've got Rage. We're in a commanding position already. Yes, he has more cards than we do, but I've got a Skaven to try to pull us back into that.
Face me, you dog!
I smell fresh meat.
There's 3 copies of Skeevers now in the deck, because there was 1, we put 2 in. We drew 1, we put 2 in. So what's that make our Skeever draw percentage? About 1 in 9? It's like 1 in 8.66.
Imperial soldiers never surrender.
Today, you meet your end.
I'm gonna set Dreg up for a trade. He has pivoted with the big bodies. I'm not usually used to seeing yellow playing a 5-5 and yeah, see that's more like it.
To oblivion with you.
Look, I'm just gonna suppress you.
There is always a blood price.
My bow is ready.
Alright, a little bit of body control.
Let none defile our temple.
Alright, that's important for us, but most importantly, it allows the Skaven trade here.
They will perish in flame.
I shall end their blasphemy!
Oh, you shouldn't be giving me cards, buddy. Well, maybe you think you can aggro me down. It's a possibility. We have enough magicka, so Stormhold Henchman comes down with as a 4/4. Oh, joy to the friggin' world, executes again.
Careful there, friend.
Let's go for this. Play you out. Gonna keep this guy in hand because he's a pocket rage. I can play him, play Elixir, and then rage.
Face me, you dog!
I shall end their blasphemy!
Which I think I'm gonna do here for the board clear.
Waters.
Let's get us back onto the same page. He's got tempo, but I've got board. He knows we have a scimitar, provided he doesn't forget. Has the support removal, that's unfortunate, and a shackle mace. We've already played Charge Orc. Let's go ahead and Scimitar, try to keep you safe. If he could have removed it, he would have. He didn't. Notably, we're one off of lethal. I'm not going to play around another execute. If he's got it, he's got it. Deck count 16 cards. 1 in 5 chance of pulling a skeever.
For the Emperor.
Your destruction is at hand.
I'll take this. I mean, he's not a skeever, but he is furry. He's got a lot of hair. And is really good at countering guards.
Die, Outlander.
Alright, that set up a Wamasu trade. Very nice. And I would have had lethal too with rage. Just clear the Wamasu off the board. I don't have more breakthrough because Elixir's gone.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Tome of Alteration. What do I get? I got lethal! I'ma get lethal! Even if he plays a guard, I know I've got it. Myriad just like, sir, this don't look good. We got nothing. It's like, who's that? Trying to remember the story. Oh well. 5 wins? There we go.
The challenger is ready for another battle.
There we go, I remembered it. It's like Balaam. That's one of the Old Testament prophets who was called to prophesy against Israel, and he basically got up there and, according to the Bible, is then like, they're like, prophesy against the Israelites. Nope, they're gonna beat us. You can't say that. Yep, they're gonna beat us. Why? Why are you saying this? That's what I feel that near it is. It's just like, tell me, what does the future hold? We're gonna lose. Really? You're the person we brought to tell us this. You're supposed to give us a good oracle, a good omen. Something. Something! See you in the next game. Speaking of next game, here we are.
Are you ready for a bloodbath?
Alright, another mage list. I'm gonna throw Rage, keep Dragon Tail, and keep Scimitar. Also, still not on Ring. Ooh. What are my thoughts about playing out Skeevers early? A mage list is one of those that I think we have the time to develop Skeevers. I do like pulling 50% purple. Or sorry, 60% purple.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
Make your peace, dog.
He's blue majority, which is going to be interesting. He's going to trade here, firebolt that. That allows me to develop Guardian. I've got Suppress to get rid of a ward.
Die, sweet.
If he tries some sort of weird trick, I can use Scimitar. What would classify as a weird trick? Not 100% certain.
Blood and brine.
Does that qualify? No, because I just use you.
My bow is ready.
Gonna put Dark Guardian in the field because I don't need to set him up for a lane clear. Ice Storm wouldn't come this turn, but it'd come next turn. And I kind of like the idea of giving this guy a Scimitar. I don't really care if these trade into that.
Today, die.
Okay. I've got Rahad Horseman, but he's gonna firebolt it.
Another volley.
I ride like the wind.
Worth just giving him something to firebolt, I guess. We've got a pretty terrible hand. I'm not confident I can aggro him down. I was kind of hoping he hit a low-value prophecy, like a Camlord Defender or something. Because then I get a card draw.
I'll whip them into shape.
Oh good, an actual suppressed target.
Back where you came from.
Another volley.
Opting for the drag instead of Skeevers, just for Magicka efficiency. It's highly likely I can combo Skeevers with something else next turn. Given that the majority of our deck is 4 cost or cheaper. We do have some expensive creatures, like the single copy of Dark Harvester, which is really nice and premium. It's a really good premium card. It's up there among my top ones. Actually, in Tesselasia, it's probably... I mean, it's not the best. Lucian's pretty good. It's still up there. Oh! So, I regret using my suppress.
An unfortunate mistake.
Yeah, you can't trade into it. Maybe I could pull a bone bow? We've drawn pretty terribly, pulling both Rage's Heavy Battle Axe. We didn't get anything to combo with Skeevers, so I'm just going to try to put off the Greatsword play. Skaven would be pretty sweet right now.
All can be had.
This won't take long.
Skaven would be the best. You're not a Skaven. That's not a Skaven either.
Swim in deep waters.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're setting up for lethal. Our opponent needs to do 10 damage for 8 magicka. And we know he's got 6 for 5. So he only needs 5 burst damage. A lightning bolt does it because he gets +1 off this. But lightning bolt and greatsword cost 10. He can't play both. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm 1 off lethal.
This one will get what is needed.
Just don't have a fire bolter and execute. Just don't do it. I need to be able to rage clear that lane.
I stand ready.
Rage won't clear it, it'll clear most of it. Won't clear enough though. 4, 8, 10. I can guard, but then that just trades with the guard. I've already played Sharpshooter. And I've already played, yeah, there's not a 1-drop that can save me here. It's over. He equipped Scimitar, not Scimitar. We just quit drawing creatures. We drew 2 Rages, a Battle Axe.
I've got you now.
And Suppress literally came out 1 turn before it was needed. If I had held Suppress, we would have won that match. Because I would have gotten rid of the Greatsword. As soon as I saw 5th Legion, I was like, he went tokens. Let's prep for tokens. Rather than he drafted items, let's prep to silence items. So I got fooled on that.
Citizens, can the challenger come back?
I mean, we're at 5
The
wins.
challenger
We're doing
is
fine.
ready for another battle.
Ooh. Alright, here we go.
Are you ready?
Oh yes, it's Wise Lettuce! I love this guy's name. We ran into him one of the days we were streaming. I'm gonna keep our 2-drop, and I'm gonna try to find some cheaper boys. We didn't find cheaper boys. Also, still not on ring.
Killing you will make an excellent story. The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory.
Interesting.
I smell fresh meat.
Let's contest. Arrow to the knee is an interesting tech.
I do not fear death.
Too late for you. By the first forge.
We've got bigger boys coming in with Fortress
Try this
Watchmen.
on for size.
If he goes face, we're going to play Bone Bow.
Time to die.
Because that's going to allow me to get the trade over him.
defenses will crumble.
So sure, he's starting the race 7 points ahead of us with that 2 going face. But I've got 11 damage on board, and he's got 2. I have 6 damage on board. He has 2.
Let me at him.
I'm comforted by the fact that these are reactive plays.
You owe Orky a death.
There is always a blood price.
He's reacting to what we've got. He's not proactively going face. It's representing a lull in his aggressiveness.
Let me at him.
You'll die where you stand.
By Yashdog's mighty axe.
Gonna put our health gain over here to get the trade. Then we're gonna switch Shadow. Kinda set up a rage on an orc. I don't imagine Scout going really wide with creatures, but it's a possibility. Those charge bats are getting annoying.
I raise the spine of battle.
Worth just letting him get the ramp in. He drafted Shadowmare. Okay.
I'll cut you to ribbons.
Who dares face me?
There is always a blood price.
I'm gonna guard up against the Reaper.
Today, you meet your end.
This may prove useful.
Go figure, the one-time Scout goes wide on cards. It's the time I didn't set up for... If I put my guard in that lane, we could have raged and been fine here.
I will make a river of your blood.
We'll rage next turn. We've taken tempo from him, which is good. Well, sorry, he still has tempo in terms of cards.
Come and have a taste, Fetcher. Do not vex me.
Ill met.
Puny runt.
So here's the problem. I want to play Dragon Tail, but he dies to the rage.
Die, smooth skin.
Alright, immediately punished by a prophecy.
Face me and die.
At least it wasn't a hugely impactful prophecy.
Within you. By seed and speed.
Going face, huh?
Too late for you.
Thither take you.
I'm gonna hold on to the Skaven. We're just gonna walk him down to dead.
Death take you. My claws are sharp and thirsty.
Got him! Beautiful top deck, by the way. I mean, there were better top decks, specifically ones that give us lethal, but I accept it. I accept a top deck that allows us to beat Sensei Lettuce.
A dramatic victory!
Alright, so maximum of 2 games left.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Assuming we lose both of them.
have a challenger.
Otherwise, we got this. We're gonna go 7 wins. And And our one loss was due to a premature silence on... In hindsight, a premature silence.
Rafael!
Okay. We're up against Monk. We didn't get ring for any of our games. 0.
Luck to your house.
No, there is no luck in my house.
Greetings, citizen.
There is 0 luck here. We have gone 7-0 for ring. Or 0-7 for ring. What's our suppressed target in this?
All can be had for the right price.
Look, I'm gonna be giving him cards anyway. I might as well just let him have them.
Face me and die.
He gets a net gain of 1 card. I get a +1.
This one will get what is needed.
I also am not a huge fan of this Khajiit, period.
By your command.
Perhaps I can help.
Too late for you. I ride like the wind.
Figure just go ahead and remove the guard. You got the execute. Well, that's actually better for us, 'cause that's 3 Magicka remove.
Tell me where it hurts.
And we're gonna start our aggro next turn.
Time to die.
Pivot Mammoth over to field. I don't need to be contesting him in Shadow. We're gonna suppress off the drain.
A grievous error. I'm ready for anything. Gore and glory. Time to die.
It's good, clear board. Odd. He gives me the trade I want.
Your peace, dog. You're going down.
I'm gonna set up Gristlehide so that if he plays a low attack guard, I have a way of getting some card draw. Also, it means I can play Skaven to that lane and draw a card. So ideally, he plays Hive Defender. No, it's not a Hive Defender. Can confirm. I get card draw off of it still, though, so...
You swim in deep water.
Smell fresh meat.
Putting the lethal out to deal with another guard.
Soldiers, report.
How can I serve?
What are you ringing out for 7? Another Sench Tiger? He dropped its Spider Lair! That's amazing! I love this person.
This was a worthy
I will
contest.
have your moisture.
You fight well.
By the first forge. There is always a blood price. Their defenses will crumble.
We've got a rune skip unless he has a way to deal with the 6-3. Crushing blow? Alright. No rune skip for us today. Thievery preventing him from being 9, 10, 12. Yep, preventing him from being dead. And Shadow Shift because card draw? I guess. Sure. We could still pull an item that gives us reach.
By the first forge.
We gonna get the items, we're just gonna...
Die where you stand.
Put out a lonely skeever and his pet werewolf. Yeah, you thought it was the werewolf's pet skeever? Nah, other way around. See? Who got stuck in the spider webs? The pet werewolf. Who's gonna go face and get us lethal? The skeever. Now that's just a war crime. Plain and simple, gotta call it what it is. Executing a skeever.
Acknowledged.
This was a worthy contest.
A fine battle.
But that is gonna call it. We're gonna go 7 wins. We'll open our rewards before we call it end of stream. End of stream. End of video. End of recording. Oh, we leveled up our strength. That should be 50 gold. On top of our gold and other rewards.
Momentous occasion, presenting a new arena legend. What a performance! This is a true champion.
There's our refund gold. We picked up an Alpha Wolf. Let's go see what we get out of the packs. So far, so good. Iron Atronach. Anything in here? Not really. One last roll. Nothing. Oh well. We hit an Iron Atronach. That's the best you could hope for sometimes. Just to get a big iron boy on your side. But guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy the arena runs. Probably my favorite method of playing the game. We lost one game due to a misplay. But yeah, best of vibes to you. Have a great evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay away from people. Cheers.